Well, good morning, Mr. Barber. Here's the video you asked for. This is the shop that I built 2 years ago now, I guess. We built it with honey in mind, actually. So it's heated. Concrete floors are heated with a boiler running hot water through it. And it's on a 3% grade, and we've got a grate running the full length of the doors. It's 40 foot long. I think it's 40 by 30. So cleanup is amazing. Come in here with your power washer, just a hose, and you can scrub absolutely everything down. Nice sink. And the uncapping stuff. Stupid uncapping. This season I used the Harmony exclusively. Used nothing else. It's a love-hate relationship. I do really like it for a couple reasons. I hate wax. I don't make candles. I hate it. I have all this stuff. I'm going to sell everything. But this is after 1,000 pounds or 1,300 pounds of honey. That's it. That's all the cappings there is. Normally this tub would be full twice with cutting everything off. So no processing cappings, no honey loss to cappings, no spending hundreds or $1,000s on a spinning machine to get honey out of the cappings. So that's exciting for me. So that just drains down into a bucket. When the bucket gets close to full, we just run it through the sump like regular. Everything is on wheels, so I can move absolutely everything around. I've got several of these carts. This is just my auxiliary cart, hot water to keep clean hands. This is normally what I use for uncapping. Serrated knife from Amazon. I do tests, I don't know, every half an hour or so. I'll just pull a test right out of the extractor to make sure it's proper. This is my secret. Don't tell anybody. It's a $20, what do we call it, frame lifting device. So all my full boxes come in, I put them on carts, goes from the cart, and I toss it onto here, hit the edge with a hammer, and all 10 frames or 8 frames pop up. Which doesn't sound like much, but after unprying them for a couple years with tools, hive tools, it save your hands lots and lots of work. So extracting is very simple. I had all these fittings from maple syrup, so I kept all my fittings. It's a Dadant 12 frame. I don't know the model, but I'm sure you can figure it out. It'll do 6 deeps or 12 mediums. It's not the most expensive one out there, but it works well. Haven't had any issues yet with it. I think it's 3 years using it now. It is on a skid, and it is on these little wheels, so you can pull them up so it sits flat on the floor. I do have concrete patio stones, 12-inch concrete patio stones, and a bucket of honey on the other side to hold it down. I do want to put it into the concrete, but too much of a wussy to drill holes in it yet, so I haven't got that far. There's a Maxant sump. Pretty simple. It's just got a heated water jacket with a thermometer attached to it. This is the next part that I've got to swap or fix because it runs too close to the extractor, and it's actually going to be, the extractor will be too high once I put it straight down onto the concrete. I won't be able to get my strainers underneath there, and the thermostat will be in the way, so I've got to replumb it or maybe just turn it around 180 degrees. It's pretty simple. I took the gate valve off of here and just put this on. Twist it down when you want to fill, twist it up if you have an issue or you need to slow things down. If there's a real problem and you're not spinning, I have an extra tube that I can put here just to keep all the honey in, just in case something goes wrong. These spiders are the best thing I ever learned on the internet. Hours, days, years searching the internet for just a little tidbit every once in a while, and that is amazing. It just stops 90% of anything from hitting the sump. You can just spin right into the sump, but you end up with hunks of wax and everything else in it. Literally all that gets past it is the micro wax, the micro particles. So simple sump, one baffle, heavies go to the bottom, lights float to the top. Pretty simple. Although it wasn't super cheap, but it is pretty simple. And here's my plumbing into my honey pump. Honey pump into another spider and my nozzle. Nothing super fancy. A little weight to keep it in the bucket. Once you put a pound or two in there. Oops. Once you put a pound or two in there, it sits flat and isn't an issue. It's a Man Lake pump because back when I bought all this stuff a few years ago, I bought it on Black Friday deal, I believe it was, from Dancing Bee. And it was basically the last one of everything they had. And this is expensive, but it is amazing. It's probably, I was gonna say it's the best piece of equipment I have, but that's likely not true. I've hooked it all up to this pedal, so I can literally just do everything else. I can just hit the pedal and run the pump. There are valves that you can put on the sump and hook it up, but again, that's even more money, so why do you need to do that? There's our haul so far of the season. And a bunch of it was half capped, uncapped. A lot of troubles getting the bees to finish this year, not sure why. And there's probably another 60 or 70 boxes out there, all the same way. So all I did was use those furniture dollies, made stacks, made columns out of these high performance fans on top, and have a simple dehumidifier running night and day for, I don't know, it ran for a week before we started, and then I think we got it down to about 38% moisture content in the shop here. And that honey dried down to 17 in 3 days, maybe 3.5 days. So it worked really well. No air conditioning in here, sadly, just heat. So moisture out, I think it was about 85 degrees in here. Without turning the heat on, that actually is just from the dehumidifier running 24/7 and the sun warming up the building. So no external heat was even needed. Can't really think of anything else that you might be interested in, but if you have any questions, let me know. Good luck.